Hello, welcome to a Halloween story time. I should just say, for clarity, I tried making a video last night. I filmed it, I edited it, it's all ready to upload, and I was thinking, I don't like this, just not happy with it, don't like the story, so I'm gonna just make one up. The one I said last night did have small elements of truth in it and a lot of embellishment, and I think that's why I didn't like it. So this one is just going to be completely and utterly fiction. And as such, I'm going to read to you an extract from a story that I've been writing. I have actually finished this book. If you've been watching my channel for many years, every so often I will hint at the fact that I've been writing a story, and I don't make a big deal of it, but every so often I do, if I can actually find it. God, wouldn't that be tragic if I lost it. Okay, the version that's online, there is a version of it online. The version online is not complete, because although the story is actually complete on my laptop and in my head, the end half of it I'm doing a rewrite, so technically it's it's finished, but in reality I'm not happy with the ending, so I'm rewriting it, though the first part is done. So I'm just going to read an extract for this Halloween story time. Let's see if I can find the bit I want to read. Okay, so this bit is near the end of chapter 1. So I'm not going to go into like developing the characters or anything like that. If you want to know, you'll have to read it yourself. But I say, so there is a fair bit of detail has gone on before this to get to this point, because chapter 1 is quite a long chapter, possibly too long. I did think about splitting it up, but I've left it as it is. So anyway, here we go. So basically, a little bit of background. Married couple, they're in a house and it's haunted. I woke up before the alarm clock. Vicky was still asleep. The clock was showing 5:32 AM. I rolled back to the middle of the bed and took a moment to fully wake up. Then I sat up, moved over to the edge of the bed. As my feet touched the floor, I felt a cold, wet feeling in the carpet. At first I thought there must be a leak in the roof, but it didn't rain last night. I could hear the squelching beneath my feet. As I stood up, I looked down and quickly realised it was not water, as the carpet and now my feet were stained bright red. What the actual fuck? I sat back down, lifted my feet off the carpet and watched what appeared to be blood dripping from my heels. At this point, I didn't quite know what to do, whether to wake Vicky or to find out where it came from. My mind was blank. I looked over to Vicky. She was still sleeping. She looked perfectly normal, so I decided to get up and investigate further. My feet were already covered in blood, so I figured it couldn't get any worse. After a search of the bedroom, I couldn't find out where it had come from. My heart was beating so hard, and I could feel it pounding in my chest. To say I was scared was an understatement, but I did my best not to show it. The alarm was due to go off at 6 AM. I thought about waking Vicky sooner, but wanted to be able to give her some reassuring answers to what was happening. I walked over to the door, opened it, and there was, on the other side, right in front of me, was a figure, pale like a corpse, eyes red, completely red. His clothing dark, dirty and torn. I was frozen with fear. I tried to speak, but was unable. He lifted his arm and pushed against my chest. I knew I had felt this before. He was pushing quite hard, yet I wasn't moving back. Much like what happened whilst in bed. Okay, I'm just going to cut from reading there. That is a reference to something that happened earlier when he had what he thought was sleep paralysis. If you've ever had that, you know how scary that can be. So that is earlier on in the chapter. Buzz, 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 buzz. It was 6. Vicky woke up. She reached out clumsily for the alarm clock. not been fully awake yet. She made a few moaning sounds as she wrapped herself up in the duvet, looking at me for a while. Why are you standing in the doorway? 20 minutes must have passed. It was 6 AM already. It only felt like a short moment to me. There was no one around. I could move. The carpet was clean and dry. I knew it wasn't a dream this time. You've been standing there for ages. Is everything okay? I don't know. Something weird is going on. What do you mean? I keep seeing a face in the dark. This morning the carpet was drenched in blood. Vicky rolled over to the edge of the bed to look at the carpet. You must be sleepwalking or something. The carpet is fine. So this book is online on Wattpad. The link to it has been on all my videos for like the last year. But obviously I know that no one ever reads the description. If you're interested in reading more, the link is there. At the moment it's only got the first 2 chapters. I will upload the others soon. If I seem to get a positive review, I might upload it sooner, but eventually the whole book is going to go online. And more. I've got other ideas for other books, but because I've been having the brain fog that's associated with having chronic fatigue, I haven't really done much writing because I've had nothing in my head. But it will all go up eventually. So I hope you liked that very brief snippet. Bye.